Okay, so even if you are all Italian, I will speak in English because this is an English language program. Hello to everybody, and my name is Nicola Perullo. I am the director of this program and also prorector of the university. The title of this program is quite sharp, three keywords that are trying to describe the field of this program: creativity, ecology, and education, of course, in food, in gastronomy. The idea is to offer a program for developing competences and knowledge and skills for creativity and for thinking in practice in food. The next edition of the program will start in March, the 10th of March or the 8th of March. I don't remember exactly the day, but the first week of March. So we have already quite a lot of enrolled students. Of course, due to COVID emergency, we are receiving some late applications because the situation was very uncertain till a few weeks ago. It is still uncertain, but we hope that is going to go better and better, and so we are planning to make all the activities in presence, all the activities in an ordinary way. So this is the design since from March on to have all the normal activities here at the campus. It is a one-year master program, 90 credits on creativity, ecology, and education. We try to offer a mix, a combination of theoretical teaching and learning through some disciplines that are mostly taken from the humanities and from the social sciences and philosophy, but also with some other subjects, as we will see, and a huge experimental practice, especially in the second part of the program, with many workshops, projects, and laboratories. The master is taught by professors, scholars, and practitioners. This is also very important. And there are academics, food activists, artists, chefs, designers, all together, giving this program its value. They are all great scholars, very important experts, actively engaged in food studies, in philosophy and culture of food, in food production, transformation, and consumption. The basic idea is to place, this is one of the main seals of our university, one of the main marks of the University of Pollenzo, to place all the subjects into an ecological framework. As you know, we are very much engaged with ecology and sustainability. So the idea is to link the creative thinking to ecological questions and possible sustainable solutions. Environmental issues, social and political issues, scientific and well-being issues, and also information, communication, and knowledge issues. All these kind of different big fields are treated in the program from very specific perspectives within this general framework of ecology and sustainability. As a general information, all the course is in English, 12 months. Oh, the starting date is the 3rd of March, not the 8th. Sorry, I made a little mistake. And 90 credits, which means a little bit more than 500 contact hours. The fees is 16,500. All included the didactic materials, included the field trips that we will see. Normally, our activities are mandatory. The attendance is mandatory for all the program, but this year we have decided at least until June not to make mandatory attendance. So we will make, if the situation is going, it remains like this or gets better, we will make in-presence classes, in-presence activities, but we will make also live stream of all the courses, of all the classes, and also record them. So if by chance someone cannot attend for COVID reasons or for healthy reasons, for this year we will offer the opportunity to be a student and not to abandon, and we are not asking for mandatory presence because of the contingent situation that we are facing right now. This is one of our classroom, a few maybe a previous edition of 2 editions ago. Here you see there was a chocolate tasting class here. Okay, this program is divided into 2 big main fields, domains. The first one, it is the first part between March and July. Here you see, sorry for the mistake, January, April, it was the original schedule when we were supposed to start in January. Then we have postponed the program because of COVID, so March until July, basic of gastronomy, and the second part is going to take place especially from September to December, and it will be mostly dedicated to workshop, projects, tasting, roundtables. Then, of course, there are the study trips. Normal situation, we have 3 study trips: Italy, Europe, and extra-Europe countries. For the COVID situation, we are designing to offer study trips at least in Italy, and if it will be feasible, and if we will be allowed, we also will try to make a trip to Europe. Study trips are all along the year, not at the end. They are placed in different parts of the year, and then at the end of the year there are the final parts, that is the internship or research project and the final report or a research thesis to get the diploma, as in all the master programs. Okay, the first part, let's go to the start. If you come, suppose that you come to the program, you will start from March until the summer, more or less the end of July, with a very intense and huge menu of short and intense courses about the following subjects. We have divided this field into five different areas: humanities, science and nutrition, art, architecture and design, then philosophy and education, diplomacy and politics. You see that each of these domains has some courses. These are courses that are quite short. They are normally between 16 and 25 hours, 4 hours, between 16 and 24 hours. So they are quite intense. Food and history, sociology, anthropology, cultural ecology, and then dietetics and well-being, food psychology, food science. But what characterizes mostly this program, as I told you at the beginning, as this is the key of the master, is a precise focus on art, design, artistic practices, and from this year also architecture. So you will find food and art history, food design and art, sustainability and food system design, architecture and food, as well as theory of education, philosophy, taste and creativity of perception, eating, parasitism and personhood. They are more theoretical but very important and very interesting subjects. And then also a part is dedicated to questions around food politics and gastrodiplomacy, like gastrodiplomacy, food activism, or geography from a social and political point of view. The course is titled Animal and More Than Human Geographies. Then, in July, all these courses will end at the end of July, 1 month of break in August, September, second part, September, October, November, December. They will be dedicated mostly to a section of more practical workshops, projects, and experiences. They will be divided into the 3 keywords of the master. So one about creativity, one about ecology, one about education. And you see here some examples of these workshops. Those workshops are a little bit smaller, shorter, 12 hours, sometimes 8 hours, 12 hours. So they are even more shorter than the courses, but and they want to be much more interactive and helping students to find the way in which they want to deepen some subjects. So agroecology, edible gardens, creative process, art and crafts, food and photography, food and drink writing, publishing, or in ecology, you have seminars on circular economy, on vegetarian diet, sustainable thinking, socio-economic issues. And in the section called education, I have placed activities that are on one side, food criticism and journalism, but also a lot of tastings and a lot of activities like foraging. Tastings of different products: wine, bread, tea, coffee, cheese, spirits, chocolate, or also experiences in the restaurant. During this process, this learning process, as the background, one of the main problems of the master programs in general is that they have students that have very different backgrounds. So they come from different fields, different diplomas, and they also have different goals. Normally, there are people that are more interested in a master like this, people that are more interested in creativity, people that are more interested in ecology, people that are more interested in education. So we will propose at a certain point of the program to create 3 groups. So each student will choose one of these 3 main fields: creativity, ecology, and education, and together with the students that have chosen the same one will go deeper into one of these 3 fields. So the creativity group will deepen some topics about creativity, the ecology group will deepen some topics about ecology, and the same for education, in order to accomplish one's sensibility, one's goal and preferences. And these groups will propose to the other groups some lectures, some specific activities, something that is more, that comes from your side, not from the side of the teacher. And this is, as you see, very proactive, it's very interactive, very, very important. So this is a tailor-made part of the program, which makes it, I think, the difference with other similar masters all around the world, where the structure is a little bit more fixed. At the end, there is a final portfolio, a creative portfolio that students have to prepare before the submission of the thesis or the submission of the research project. I already say something about the study trips. Study trips are one of our more appealing features. Our university is famous for the study trips. We hope to resume all the study trips as the usual. The situation now is promising quite well, but we cannot be sure. Be aware of the fact that if for new COVID emergencies, some study trips will be cancelled by force, student will be reimbursed. There is a regulations that you can ask for. There is a regulation that is made on this specific emergency situation, so students can see what's happening in case of cancellation of this experiential part of the program. But we hope that it will not be the case, because they are really important in our education. When the program that I have described is ended, so at the end of more or less of the year of December, students can choose to make an internship. We have a very, very important office called Career Center. It is an office where there is a dedicated staff that help students to find their ways after the program in terms of internships and in terms of job opportunities. So when a student enters into our university, after a few weeks, the first contacts with the career center begin, and there is a process in which the exchange between the career center and the student becomes more and more strict in order to help and to find each necessity and to fulfill each necessity. It's not mandatory to make an internship. There are students that prefer to make independent research projects. So you will be explained about this, but of course, big majority of our guys, they prefer to make an internship. Internship can be made in very different realities, from little farms to big industries. It depends on many factors. It depends on how the students feel like. It depends on the objectives. So there are many, many different possibilities. There is not just one sector for the internship, as there is not just one sector for the job opportunities. And then there is also a final choice between a quicker report that engages less in terms of time for students that want to leave quicker, that maybe they have already found a job, they don't care too much about the grades, or a longer process of a classic research academic thesis. And this will happen in March. So when the year has gone, so after 1 year, you will graduate. So in March 2022. So this is something that we already said. There were just another slide repeating the starting date, 3rd of March. Because of COVID, we had a lot of late applications, and I think that in principle we can also we can still accept some late applications now, because some, especially students from abroad, from the foreign countries, US, they had problems in the previous months, so they are arriving now. Situation is still not perfect. And if you have questions about financial issues, financial aid and or reduction, you can ask to the Secretariat, the Secretary Office. Here we have Ilaria Galvagno, and she's listening to us. She's joining us in the session, so you can ask her more information about this point. To end with admission requirements, we ask an undergraduate or first level degree of any kind. We have had so far students that comes from very different fields. We go from theology to graphic engineering. So it's we don't ask students to be already expert or skillful in food and gastronomy. And this is also why we make the first part on basics of food and gastronomy. We ask a good written and spoken English, because the course is taught in English, and most important of all, a strong motivation, because this is really a full-time engaging program. The weeks are normally all taken by courses, seminars, or field trips, experiences. So really, it's it's an experience in depth. And so we try to really understand if candidates are motivated in the right way. So we evaluate the motivation and, of course, the application dossier and the CV. There is also the possibility to be auditor without getting the diploma. If some people don't have all the requirements, they can follow. We have normally every year some auditors that they want to follow. They get the certificate of attendance, but they don't get the diploma. Okay, I think that I have finished all the information that I wanted to give you. I hope that I have been clear enough. If you have questions or information to ask or curiosities, please.
Hi.
Yes, yeah, hi.
I don't know if it's me. You hear me?
Yes.
So I wanted to ask, so the next semester starts in March and the one after? Maybe you said it, but I missed.
Well, then the next edition, if assuming that there will be no more COVID emergencies, the next edition will start in October. Sorry, I forgot. You are right. Thanks for asking. I forgot to mention. So this the edition that is starting now is in March. It is a postponed edition that normally start in October. So the edition after will start in October 2021.
I see. And the one in March will be at Zoom, with like online?
We are assuming to make everything in presence, but we will record all the lessons, and also we will make the streaming live. So they will be in presence, but at the same time they will be online and recorded in case that some students are sick or they have problems, they cannot come. If they come, so it will be possible to follow, but the activities will be take here in presence.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Next question. I see Mandy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have a problem. I don't have any 100 degrees or degree to attend these courses. So if I want to be an auditor, which is the procedure, so I have to pay as well the full fees or not, just to get the kind of attendance card?
Yeah, for this, Ilaria Galvagno, you can give an answer now, or if you want to speak with her later, I don't know, please.
I will just explain briefly, and then you can also write an email to Segreteria to have further details. But the application process for auditors is exactly the same as other students, but you have to write that you want to apply as an auditor. The fee is the same because you will be part of the master exactly as other students. The only differences are that you will not receive a diploma at the end of the program, but only certificate of attendance. And also you will not be obliged to take exams. Exams for auditors are not compulsory, but if they want to take exams, write the thesis, it's up to the student. These are only the main two differences. So for further details, I strongly recommend you to write to Segreteria at unisg.it. We will give you all the information required.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Dario. Thanks.
Thank you, grazie. Are there further questions or curiosities? No? Okay, if some of you wish to have more insight about the courses, about the structure, about the program, please, you can write me through the secretary office or also directly to my email that I write down in the chat. It's not difficult to find me anyway, but I write my email here, and I will be happy to answer and to dialogue. Va bene, allora direi che possiamo andare, Ilaria.
Yes, no more questions. So thank you for the presentation.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.